Okay, the time has come. It's time to transform this messy playroom into a kid's neat and tidy bedroom. I am happy to say that we have everything we need to finally transform the playroom into Tyler's bedroom. The bed is in, we got the paint color for the wall, and we are ready to start off this new year 2021 off right. So first things are first, we need to take everything out of this room. That way we can prep it to pull off the border off of the walls and begin to paint. Now, hubby started with a hair dryer trying to heat up the glue to see if it could peel it off, but honestly, that didn't work. So we got one of those little wall scores, if you will. It puts holes in the wallpaper, and then you saturate the wallpaper or border with this spray. Now, after you let it sit for a little bit, it very easily peels right off. I recommend just using the spray. That way it just makes life a lot easier. Now this room transformation is very emotional for me. You see this picture right here? My tia from Chile painted this picture for Brandon when he was born to match his nursery, to match the border. And I just love this picture so incredibly much. I really hope Tyler keeps this up in his room. So we have to continue to take everything off of the walls. Everything must be taken down, including all the stuff on shelves and the shelves themselves, so we can paint for tomorrow morning. And after a good night's sleep, it is the next morning. Yes, it is painting day. Everything is off and we are painting the trim, the wall. So we have to make sure that it's nice and clean and ready. That way we don't paint over a bunch of dirt and grime. So the paint color that Tyler picked out is actually only 2 shades darker than what's on the wall. It's kind of like a blue-gray kind of color. Now, here's your PSA for today. When you're painting the walls, pick clothes that you don't really care about or are a little worn out. That way you don't mess yourself. But overall, I'm really glad with the color that he picked out. And he even wanted to help mommy and daddy get everything ready. And of course, older brother wants to join in as well. And I'm just happy that this turned into a little family affair. And once we finished painting the walls, it was time to start doing the trim. And we've had it like this since we moved in, and it's been a project that I have been wanting to do for a long time, was to finally paint it all a nice bright white. And we had to make sure that we got the trim around the closet because it was a very old, weird, funky white. And after we finished all the trim, we did it. We completed everything on painting day. And the next morning, you could really see how pretty the wall color looked. It looked so nice and I'm so happy, but there's still work to do. Hubby has to get started on putting this bed together. This is a big project that he's doing. So I'm very happy and blessed to say that my hubby is very handy and he is able to tackle and complete these tasks. And while hubby is busy putting together the bed, I decided to go downstairs and shop in my hoarded basement for some of these little organizational bins because I don't want to just throw all the toys into the trundle. I want it to look somewhat organized in there. So this piece right here is not going back into the bedroom because the bed is going there. So we're going to empty out the contents, start to put them into these bins. That way it can be a little more organized once we put it into the trundle. So this project was very loose organizing of the things. We wanted to put things into Ziploc bags so they're not mixed up. Pokemon cards went into these tins over here, and we even had a tossy pile ready to go. So now it's time to start putting things back up on the shelves, hang things back onto the wall. And I'm so glad that Tyler still wanted to have some sentimental items from when he was a baby in his room. Now, this bookshelf cubby doesn't fit into the room. So what Tyler is doing is he is picking out all of his favorite books, and we are condensing these bookshelves into one. That way it looks so much neater. All right, so right here is some of the baby sentimental stuff that is not going back into Tyler's room. And even I kept the little teddy bears on the wall. And yes, even the border right here, I saved a piece of it. You see, for my heart to move forward, I still need to hold on to it. And I'm gonna put it in this clear blue tub right over here. That way I know that if there's anything baby boy that's still very precious to me or that I'm attached to, will get stored in here. And it just helps me keep my anxiety calm. It prevents me from having a panic attack or crying, and making this a happy experience, because that's what it is. And maybe one day I will be able to let it go. But for now, this is a great way for me to move forward. Tyler got brand new bedding, and I'm so excited to finally be able to make a big boy bed for him. This is a long time coming, and I'm so happy that I can finally reveal his bedroom to you all. All right, everyone, moment of truth. There's his bedroom. Holy moly. It's so spacious and nice. And this to me feels like minimalism. If I was going to explain minimalism in my heart, this is kind of what it would look like. A ton of room, a ton of space. Now, of course, we still have his favorite things, his Funko Pops. We still have those organizational pieces over there for some of his stuff, but wow, I get it. I get why people like minimalism, because I don't feel anxious. I do feel relaxed, right? And normally the hoard made me feel safe. It was like my fortress, if you will. I just felt protected and safe with all this stuff. But I love that I don't really have that scarcity mindset, and that I can finally embrace less is more. So let me show you really quick over here under the trundle. So this is what's in the trundle right now. So here's some of the Nerf guns, right? Because we took out the baby toy chest. Here's an empty section right over here. And then here is some Pokemon stuff that we have. And I haven't decided yet what we're gonna put in here yet, because there's still a lot of stuff that's in the basement, right? That he wanted to keep and we did not get rid of yet. So next episode, I am taking your advice. What we're going to do is we're going to empty out this closet, organize it, declutter it. That way he can fit more things in here. He can use more storage space, and the things that are in the basement that he loves can now become organized in here, and then also get put into that trundle space that is underneath the bed to really just take advantage of it. Because honestly, I want to keep it like this spacious look. I want it to look like this. It looks so much better. And I know Ty absolutely loves it. Right over here is Tyler's little nightstand. So we got him a little one to put next to his bed. We can move it to the side when we open the trundle, but it's a place to put his Alexa. He has his Naruto nightlight right next to it. A place for him to also charge his iPad. And we also got him a little trash can in here as well. And I'm so incredibly happy that Tyler did want to put this precious sentimental teddy bear picture back up on the wall. In this little corner, this is Piggy's corner where their cages. They're out at the moment. They are out of their cage a lot, those little rascals. But we're going to work on this too because I wouldn't mind putting some kind of shelving thing up here to put their things, the Piggy's things up in there. That way it's organized and up off of the floor. Hubby will be working on that. So there you have it. I feel like we've come full circle, right? This was the first room that I showed the world that I was ashamed of, and we decluttered it, I don't know, hundreds of times, it felt like. But we finally got here. We got to this point. And another thing is that I do feel a sense of closure because I was pregnant the end of April 2020. I was due January 6th, right? And I thought this room was going to be a nursery again. It's not, but it's okay because it is my Tyler's big boy room, and it just keeps me mindful to be present, right? To be present where I am, because I am a dreamer, and that kind of encourages me to hold on to things, but I have to be present right now. And my Tyler, a thriving little 8-year-old boy, is here with me now and loving this space and enjoying this space. And I need not hold on to the sorrow of it not being a nursery anymore. I need to be present in that my 8-year-old boy is enjoying and loving his big boy room. And it gives a sense of peace to transition to a sense of presence instead of holding on to the past. So I don't know how to share that with you guys. Is that I'm a hoarder. And some of the rooms in my house are hoarded, like this one. This room has just become a catch-all. Once it was a baby's nursery and a toddler's room. And then my oldest went into another room. And then it was a nursery again for my youngest son. And it was also a toddler room for a small time. So Tyler, how do you like your new bedroom?
I love it.